I had no idea what to expect before jumping into UFO 50, but I wound up writing down some thoughts after playing through the first 10 games to see if it manifests into a video, and if it's worth declassifying to everyone who subscribes to this channel. Barbuda is decidedly deliberate, where you search a castle for items and encounter potato people. It embraces purist mechanics such as jumping and knife attacks, and succeeds in pushing you along to the next game so you can ponder the experience. Class is cancelled because we need to go to the computer lab and play Bug Hunter. Finish your assignment by moving around a grid and zapping stool parasites. Many of these games are randomly seeded, which means new situations and high replay. Ninpek begins with a sandwich, followed by an audiovisual hallucination. It's an auto-scroller that brings out the fast tap like a classic shooter, and I appreciated knocking out several elements at once so we can move on to bigger battles. Paint Chase has you crushing steamrollers and exploding buses while you compete for territory. Disputes are settled by a strict timer, so learn when to grab items and go over the arrows. And the 2-player mode absolutely kills it. Magic Garden is short and ugly, and reminds me of my childhood. It's a bit like Snake meets Cold Sores, and it's manageable once you get the cream, but I still have misgivings about banging my head against the wall. Mortal is about learning from mistakes and sacrificing yourself for the next generation. You can even revisit the stages and improve your cumulative man count by learning how to end a life in the most productive manner. Velgris is about trying your hand at climbing out of an obstructed colon. It's got some unique reflexes and mechanics, I'll give it that, but the seeding sometimes sends you flying to the top, or trips you out too hard. Planet Zoldath is a quest in picking up herb and finding abandoned weapons laying around. It's fine when you know what you're doing, but I hate figuring out who's my friend. I like the boomerang since I can beat people with it, or snag some contraband. A tactics is Plants vs. Zombies before they ruined it. Units march forward every interval, and it's up to you to move them back or sideways and get them in the best position. Campaign, 2-player, and ranked matches mean more hours to be had. Devolition elicits all of your mental acuity as you set traps to blow up monsters while saving the Amish hostages. I beat it on the first try and it took about an hour, and I'm looking forward to doing it again so I can increase my score and raise my god complex. UFO 50 is like a ROM dump of fresh homebrews crammed into one brilliantly polished package. I only dove into the first 10 games and already got my money's worth, which is why UFO 50 is the most game of the year, with Balatro coming in a close second. We didn't miss out much in 2024 since all the AAA titles sucked, but the indie and solo dev scene is producing some exceptional stuff. Videos on this channel don't spread much when I stray from pinball or retro gaming, so if you'd like to see more indie titles next year, please hit the share button as hard as possible, and check out the definitive guide to the NES library under Shorts if you want hundreds of more hot takes to hold you over.